The French Revolution by Micah Acevedo.
What was it?
The French Revolution was a pivotal period ranging from 1787 to 1799, which overthrew King Louis XVI and turned France into a republic. He was brutally executed by a guillotine in front of thousands and thousands of French citizens. King Louis XVI was executed because he was a power-hungry tyrant trying to increase taxes on the poor and place taxes on middle and upper-class French citizens. According to Britannica.com, when King Louis XVI sought to increase taxes on the poor and place taxes on middle and upper-class French citizens, revolution was all but inevitable. So why was the French Revolution so important? Well, the French Revolution saved thousands and thousands of poor French citizens from potentially starving. It also led to all French citizens' freedom from the rule of King Louis XVI. The French Revolution also influenced movements for democracy in Europe and the Haydn Revolution, which was also one of the most influential revolutions in history. Without the French Revolution, many European countries would have stayed monarchies for many, many more years, and France would have been devastated by the heavy tax burden. The Haydn Revolution also might never have happened. Well, what was the Haydn Revolution? According to Britannica.com, it was a successful insurrection by enslaved Africans against French colonial rule in Saint-Domingue, leading to the establishment of Haiti as the first independent Black republic. During the French Revolution, there were many important historical documents created, including the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen was the first document ever created to give Jewish people equal rights as a citizen under the law. This document also inspired all of Europe to give Jewish people rights too. There was also an essay called On the Admission of Women to the Rights of Citizenship. This essay was one of the most effective documents ever created for women's rights, which helped women participate in politics. During the French Revolution, women had almost no rights and could do little during the French Revolution except cook, clean, and care for their children. Even though they didn't have equal rights, there were still many women who made a difference during the French Revolution. For example, Madame Roland. According to Library of Congress ResearchGuides.com, she was a key figure in the Girondist movement and also hosted a political salon and was a significant voice in the early revolution. Some other examples of key figures during the French Revolution are Jean-Paul Marat, Georges Danton, Napoleon, and Charlotte Corday. The Reign of Terror was a gruesome period from September 5, 1793 to July 27, 1794. According to EBSCO.com, the Reign of Terror was a tumultuous period during the French Revolution characterized by mass executions and arrests of those suspected of opposing the revolutionary government. About 17,000 people were executed and about 10,000 died following imprisonment. Between 300,000 and 500,000 people were arrested during the Reign of Terror. Two of the first people to be executed were King Louis XVI and his wife Queen Marie Antoinette. Another important part of the French Revolution was the Women's March on Versailles, also known as the October March. On October 5th, crowds of women marched on Versailles demanding reforms. The march took place because of the food scarcity and anti-revolutionary actions by the king's soldiers. During the French Revolution, French citizens stormed the Bastille, and afterwards they formed loosely defined factions. The factions were Girondins, Jacobins, the Marches, and Sans-Culottes. There were three phases of the French Revolution. The first phase was the National Assembly, which was led by the Girondins. The National Assembly instituted a constitutional monarchy and abolished certain upper-class privileges. The second phase of the French Revolution was the National Convention, which was led by the Jacobins and the Sans-Culottes. The National Convention instituted a republic and introduced radical measures such as the Reign of Terror. The third and final phase of the French Revolution was the Directory. dominated by the Girondins. The Directory kept France as a republic, but abolished measures of the preceding period. The Directory was viewed as a failure, but it won several wars against foreign adversaries. After the French Revolution, Napoleon became the first president of France. After the French Revolution came the Age of Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason. The Age of Enlightenment was an intellectual movement during the 18th century in Europe. This movement soon revolutionized European politics, economy, and society, and it would inspire revolutions across the world. Well, what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is the action of enlightening or the state of being enlightened. Some synonyms are understanding, learning, education, and insight. When Napoleon became the first president, he had a great influence on France. He implemented significant reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which established legal equality and meritocracy. His military campaigns expanded French influence across Europe, spreading ideas of democracy. There were many social and economic impacts also. The decline of rich privilege allowed for more political participation from the poor. After the Revolution, France's old structures were broken down, leading to the redistribution of land and resources. However, political instability and wars under Napoleon created inflation and food shortages. The French Revolution's influence lasted hundreds of years, influencing many revolutions in the 19th century. In conclusion, the French Revolution was one of the most important revolutions in history. It ran from 1789 to 1799 and ended monarchy in France. The French Revolution occurred because King Louis XVI was trying to increase taxes on the poor and place taxes on all other citizens. After that, as Britannica.com states, revolution was all but inevitable. There were 3 phases of the revolution. The first was called the National Assembly. The second was the National Convention, and the third was the Directory. These phases were led by the Girondins, Jacobins, and the Sans-Culottes. During these 3 phases, French citizens abolished upper-class privileges, turned France into a republic, executed the king and the queen, and did much more. The Reign of Terror came during the second phase of the revolution. About 17,000 people were executed, about 10,000 people died in prison, and about 500,000 people were arrested. There were many key figures during the revolution, including Jean-Paul Marat, Madame Roland, Georges Danton, Napoleon, and Charlotte Corday. There were many important historical documents, including the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen. This document was the first document ever to give Jewish people equal rights. This document also inspired lots of European countries to give them rights too. Another one was an essay named On the Admission of Women to the Rights of Citizenship, which was one of the most effective documents ever for helping women participate in politics. During the Revolution, women could only cook, clean, and care for their children. Despite this, there were still many inspirational women during the times of the Revolution. On October 5th, many women marched on Versailles during the Women's March on Versailles, also known as the October March. The women marched because of the food scarcity and anti-revolutionary actions by the king's soldiers. After the French Revolution, Napoleon became the first president of France. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day.